I guess they told me about covered everything, didn't they? They do a better job than I do telling about that stuff. I promise you that. But no, that was quite a game. I mean, a lot of ebb and flows and a lot of, you know, things that, you know, it's like we take two steps forward, one step back, and something would happen here, something would happen there, and it's very uncharacteristic. We throw that pick six early, and it's just a lot of things that were just kind of going back and forth and whatever. But I just really proud of the resolve of our players. Just kept kept playing, and it was good on the sideline. I'd hear it sometimes where the defense would give up a touchdown. Would give up a touchdown and they'd come off, and the offensive guy said, "Don't worry, we got your back." Or the offense would not make something and come off, and the defense would say, "Don't worry, we're gonna get it back for you. We'll get it back for you." So I mean, I could hear just a little bit of that going on the sideline. I think that sends a pretty good message about how close our kids are and how confident they are. And I think that's the thing is that our players are pretty confident in themselves and in each other. And we needed to be there. We really needed to be because this only was tested there tonight. But hey, we found a way to get it done there. That was a great drive at the end.
What is your thought process going that drive? We got plenty of time, run it, take advantage of what we've been doing well.
Well, John, you've known me a long time, and for many, 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 many years, I called the plays into the offense, right?
Correct.
That is really, really hard to not to do that in that situation, just to keep your mouth shut and let them, do their thing. But I thought our coaches did a great job. Kevin called a great thing. And the only thing I asked him, I said, just let me know when you need a timeout. I said, you're good. And then I thought we needed to pick it up a little bit. Our pace was a little slow there at one stage of that drive, so far as huddling. And I said, let's we would pick that up a little bit. But basically, I trusted in them, and they did what they're good at doing. We got good coaches that managed it very, very well.
The goodness here, Jimmy, that you trailed by 11 four times,
Yeah.
and it didn't seem like Kevin ever got away from the
No.
game plan.
No. That was and again, when you're down by 11, you say, well, two scores, you're still within striking distance, and it's the one thing you don't want to do, you certainly don't want to panic, and you don't want to attempt to do things that you're not comfortable doing. And I think he did a really nice job, staying within our offense, taking what's there. And I mean, and I talk to him sometimes about, well, okay, we'd be thinking whether we want fourth down here or not and some stuff, but no, we stayed pretty well with what we were. Really, no. There was no. I don't remember any situation there where we felt like, oh my gosh, we got to hurry up and start doing something because they're getting ready to blow us out or something like that. No, we never, ever, never felt that way. Maybe it's naive on our part, but never felt that way. Yeah. Well, I never thought of that way. I mean, I wasn't thinking about how they had the 4 points. I was just thinking that we need to catch up, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I went with that long field goal there. I felt like we just, need to get some points, and we didn't get it. But yeah,